So, when a founder is looking to raise their first capital from angels, how much should they typically aim for?
So the big point is how much do you need to get to that next milestone? Uh, Now there's lots of industry averages and standards, and we can come to that. But the first thing that an angel is looking at when you approach them is, okay, I give you this money. Who else is giving you money? And then when all of us are giving you money, what can you do with this money? And is that going to put you in a better position in the business in terms of being able to, I don't know, get more revenue, invest, raise more venture capital in the future, maybe bring in institutional investors, which are like venture capital funds? What does my angel investment help your business achieve? That's the key, bigger conceptual point. Typically, when we look at the data, angel investors invest between 25,000 to 100,000 per investor, but this is like the classic Silicon Valley startup. So if you're looking at raising from your own network, even like a $2,500 check or a $5,000 check can make a lot of difference, especially if you can get more folks involved. So it sort of depends on what your ability to raise is. If you're a successful mid-career professional who's probably been part of the founding team for a couple of successful startups, you might be able to raise larger checks. If you're a college grad looking to launch your first company straight out of school, folks might not be willing to write you a 100K check, but you can get a couple of $1,000s from many people and use that to build an MVP that can validate demand and put you in that position further on. Uh, Round size, it depends again on the company where you are based and what your costs are. Like if you're looking to hire a team in Silicon Valley, the cost of hiring your engineering team is going to be a lot higher, and so you're going to have to raise a lot more money, and you're going to be in a better position to raise that money because you're over there. So it depends on your ecosystem. But the average angel funding round can be between a quarter of a million to $1 million, and all of this money is again tied to a specific milestone. So, what you can prove that you can do with the money and how it can help your startup's journey in the long run, that's the important part. So, in terms of how much to raise, just focus back about, think about what you need, where are you based, what will that money allow you to do, how much can you actually raise. So, sometimes, most founders actually don't have the privilege of being able to pick a number and getting that funding. So, they have to think about, all right, I can raise $20,000 if I reach out to these people, and what can I do with that money now? And that then you can structure a raise or an angel round and then do that. And at the end of that milestone level, you're probably better positioned to raise that next chunk of capital because you're further along in that journey than you were before.